Ooh. Hello, everybody. I'm Jennifer Lance. Welcome back. We are back into Hard Space Shipbreaker. Now, if I remember correctly, because it's been a week since we played this, what happened last time is that we got AI nodes introduced as well as ghost ships. We also have an image of Kai, who's kind of the little brother of our five member group of our network. Basically, he had a goof up with a nuclear reactor. He wasn't able to take care of it quite right, and it blew up on him. Luckily, it didn't kill him, but Hal, the mid manager, decided that he wanted to have a one-on-one talk. The next time that they showed up, Hal was talking to Kai a little bit more gently, and Kai seemed a little nervous still, but wasn't any more nervous than he always had been. And so I've had suspicion that Hal wanted to do what had kind of convinced him something. He did a little bit of blackmail or something like that, because Hal doesn't seem particularly great. Anyway, so we're gonna get back into today. I think we had started actually breaking down a ship. I don't remember which one though. I think it was a big tanker. I think is what we were doing. We were tackling a big tanker of some sort. So that's what we'll be doing today. Oh, and I forgot that we still have Bosco. Still have our lovely little friend here. That's right, because we had him out for our we had Bongo out for our birthday stream. That's right.
Hello, shipbreaker.
We came back in and there was a chat that was going to happen.
Incoming transmission waiting.
Rook, you hearing me? What happened out there with Kaido was garbage. Rhodes just constantly doubling down, pushing him. He's a bully. The only thing worse than corporate suits are middle management jerks who love stepping on everyone else. Just to climb the ranks. Even Weaver's given up. He knows Rhodes can do him in just like the rest of us. It's not right what's happening. And from what I see, none of us are safe. We need to do something. The other stations don't have it much better. This is going down everywhere. I'm not gonna stand by and let them kick us around like this anymore. We deserve better. Keep you posted. Lou out.
Oh, Lou, don't do something stupid. Come on, girl. I know you hate it, but as of right now, we have nothing we can do at the moment. But it's gonna just get worse if you push it.
Hello, shipbreaker. Overnight genetic backup complete. Pattern deviation nominal. Have a good day.
All right. So we got the new Hab thing. We finished up. We did that. Yes.
Listen up, y'all. Believe it or not, I'm a little nervous to bring this up. But I can't take Rhodes' crap anymore. None of us are safe, and we need to do something.
You're not talking about this union stuff again, are you?
Oh, you bet I am. What other option do we have?
Hello, Lurks. Please come on in.
No. Hell no. I've seen these movements come and go, kid. They don't change a thing except get us regular folks into even more trouble.
Yeah, hold up now. You sure about this, Lou?
Sure as one can be, Weaver. He's even coming after you. You know that. After all you've done for them.
The Union? I can't get into any more trouble.
None of this is your fault. They're supposed to protect us. But the only thing they care about is their bottom line. So we need to hit them where it hurts.
Hold your damn horses. Lou, what are you suggesting?
It's called industrial action. A way to protest through our work. Look around you. We're expendable. We barely have a say in our futures.
I admire your fire, kid. But this is too much. I can't risk this. I got family to look after. I'm out.
I need to think about this some more. But I appreciate that you care, Lou.
Damn it.
They're just scared, Lou. I know where you're coming from, but is this really the right thing to do? Dang. Lou, I gotta go. Hal's coming up. Talk soon.
Well, Rook, there has to be a point where enough is enough. And this is mine. I wanted the whole crew on board. But we can get support elsewhere. I'll contact the union. I hope you'll be with us when it counts.
Okay, so things are getting a bit nasty, but I don't know how it's going to go off. Odin's Stream Hub World, please come on in. We just started. I'm going to going through all the new stickers that I got. Let's see, swap this over, I think. Yep, there we go. Let's see, how are we on cuts and things like that? I think we're okay with our cutter at the moment. Last little bit of suit integrity. Retrofit the Kirilov with experimental suit of advanced non-newtonium metamaterials. Tests have shown the suit resists impacts in excess of 15,000 joules, though insiders inside might not. That's comforting. Alrighty. Navigate 0G with a shipbreaker staple. Thrusters, purchasing the set you've been renting will eliminate the rental fee. Oh! That's cool. So we actually can can we do that for more stuff? Because if we can actually like purchase it? Okay. So eventually you can get it to the point where your equipment is not Lynx controlled, so you actually nullify the rent on it. That's interesting. So you can buy the helmet. Looks like you can buy the suit. You can do all this stuff. That's kind of fun. And that gets rid of the rental fee and stuff like that, so that lowers the cost a little bit. That's nice. Yeah, we've got a little bit more. Let's go ahead and just buy up the speed purchase there. All right, now, where were we? Did we get anything done for the in the terminal? Did we get anything up? I don't know if we did. Oh, ship doctor, yes.
Hi, don't worry. Dr. Shippy's here to fix your ship right up.
Da-da-da!
Your chronic case of overachievement. Successful transplant. Nice job.
I gotta get 2 things of wires, but that's not bad.
Procedure.
Not bad at all. Let's see here. Data miner. I don't think we've found all the stuff that's here. We have no new messages. Yeah, I think we're good. Yep, we are. We're still working on this this industrial tanker. So we're gonna hop back into this and let's see where we get to. That's right. I remember I last stream I had wait a second here. I had inadvertently put a couple of charges on the front of this, and we set them off, and the thing bucked like a Bronco, and I'm glad I was behind something because it would have smashed me to hell and back. So I do remember that. Yeah, the last thing we were doing, we were getting these fuel tanks handled, so. Go ahead and get those going again. I think those are the last fuel tanks. So the rest we have is just framing, I think. Yes, I think we'd also had a lot of what we had back here.
deposit secured. Credits awarded.
And this was a structure piece. Oh yeah, that was a little bit from the reactor still. Pump.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
That's right. This one also had the EMU strapped up on top of a breakable pad, so we could just break the whole thing off. Still got this gigantic frame in front of us, but it's not horrible. What was that? That acted weird. I think I just was running a little too quick. Anyway. While we get cracking on this, I've got Christmas music to listen to, so those of you in the stream, you should be able to hear this. If not, I have screwed up a wire somewhere. There we go. Christmas time is here, and Christmas songs you love to hear. Hoping, shopping. Then the red-nosed deer.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Up and pray for snow.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
So the wave, la 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 la. California is the Christmas. Winter Christmas Day.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Dreidel, I made it out of clay. You realize this is the only holiday. Oi. Here comes Santa Claus! Santa Claus. Guys! Chinese food. La 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 la. There we go. Get that started. Off she goes. Okay, at some point we have to start dealing with this big frame in the center, which I always hate dealing with, but it's just there. Second here. Zap those two. Okay. Zap those two. Now we do have a separation for these. So okay, now we still have a okay, so I still need to get in there and remove the atmosphere. Gonna have to go up through the top. Oh yeah. Okay. Now, there is no atmosphere regulator in this room. That's bad. There is one in here, though. So we're going to go ahead and yank this puppy. Disconnect that.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Okay, we're going to keep this room closed if possible. Well, we might not get a choice, actually. Okay, open this up. Gonna vent, but it's not gonna be bad. Not bad at all. All right.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Okay, let's start cutting away big panels. Get more of this free. So we can take care of this radiation filter. So this is going to be the next big thing that we need to deal with. Right there, so we can zap this. Okay. Go ahead and zap the sides if we can. Go ahead and grab lights. So tight there. There's another light here, right? Yes. Here we are. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, so we should have a side disconnected now. Partially at least. That's disconnected. As is this. Now we should be able to go punt, and that part slips off. Off you go. Oh, yep, it's grabbing that whole big piece. Gonna ease it around the corner.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Another thing of lights. This one's free. That part goes off. Part goes that way, though. There we go. Nice and clean and simple. Now, oh yeah, we have had things shift a little bit. Oh, we've got to get these pylons free. Ugh. These pylons are interesting, but they're annoying too because they're attached to furnace build. They're attached to furnace burn, so they're not the easiest thing to mess with. Now that is still connected in some way, otherwise it would have slipped off.
Warning. Fuel levels are low.
It's fine. I'm imagining it's something attaching itself to the frame. Nothing obvious, but it's attached in some way. So, gotta figure out how to yank this off. We'll worry about that in just a minute here. We've got more stuff back here that we can trim away. let us be doing that. That's what we've got. We've got this titanium panel. It's holding things in place, I think. Uh-huh. That's right, we got all the lights in here still. We can take this, we can cut it right along this line. Cut. Push it out a little bit. And yank back in.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Valuable object accepted for processing. Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
There we go. Lights all handled. Now. Okay, let's separate this. There we go. Just knock her loose a little bit. Okay, so cut that free.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited. Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Okay, so the next bit is cutting this in place. There we go. So that can get processed. Okay, so the other big issue we have with this is that we have these pylons. So if I remember correctly, what I did is that I did a trim the scrap here. Goes across the line. Got a second time. And try not to hit these structures here. That's annoying. Got there.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded. Material accepted. Credits.
Throw that all in there. All right.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited. Raw material deposited.
Sorry, I just got a message. Give me a moment here. Send it out. All right.
Material deposited.
Now, we do still have to separate this from the back here. Oh, that's right. You have to do more of the trimming to get the...
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred. Salvage goal cleared. Rewards allocated.
Thunk. Okay.
Salvage registered.
Get to the second part of this.
Transferring credits.
So for those of you who watched me before, when we've done these, we trimmed the edges here. We nick off the pylons. Because essentially what they've done is they've fit a smaller sleeve over, it's been a bigger sleeve over a little sleeve, and then they've put a very big end on it. The sleeve can't be easily fixed.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
So it's worth just yanking those out, wasting the 1,000 something that the pylons take with them. Oh, need to get some more fuel. Tossing the extra scrap into the furnace.
Material accepted. Credits transferred.
All right, time to get back to the hab and get ourselves some more fuel.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000. Thank you for your...
And there we go.
Restored.
Okay, so now we separated this. Now, the biggest problem we have at the moment is that we need to cut through these bits but they're a higher level. Nope, they are not actually. We can actually cut through them. Cut through that and that. It is. We have to slap charges on these. Oh, do I not have any more demo charges? Oh, that sucks. Well, let's go ahead and trigger that. There we go, triggered. Let's buy some more of these.
Welcome to Vindatron 9000. Have a nice day.
All right. Back up to 10 demo charges. This is where it gets annoying. Because we've got to cut these sleeves off out of the way, essentially. And they are just everywhere. This has to get processed, but that has to burn, so. I'm gonna go ahead and slap our charges on here. Unfortunately, the charges have been microstation now, that they'll actually they'll only do one joint at a time. So gotta lay them all down. Let's get away from this. Viral! Boom, 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 boom. Not bad. Can never do many of these. There we go. And just tug her along. Slip the ring right off the cuff. And yoink.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
There we go.
Raw material accepted.
We're gonna have to go through a few sets now. Anyway. Go ahead and slap these on here. Okay, that's our 3. Let's go ahead and grab more. Fire.
Welcome to Vindatron 9000. Have a nice day.
Next thing, I need to get more. I need to actually buy more charges, I think. Okay. 6 charges. I need 8 charges. I love it. you want... About to do this.
Deposit accepted.
I'll line ourselves up. Slowly rotate. And ease along. That did not work like I had planned. Let's see if we can straighten it back up. Around the tree. Sing with me. And right through. There we go. Not bad. Oh, this one's not done. Come here, good sir.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded. Material accepted.
Up. Okay. Last couple. Christmas time for you and I. Another good night, Tara. Merry Christmas, it's Christmas time. You and I. Good night, Tara. Merry Christmas, it's Christmas time for you and I. There we go. Last bit. Feels like Christmas, I must have been good. Baby, you're the ones what I wanted. Okay, need to rotate this, get this. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to do a couple things. Try to make this go a little faster. Attack that. Tag these rings. Tag there to there. And tag there. Let's get rid of this spur. Didn't mean to just immediately delete it, but works either way. Can't get the whole thing. There we go. Yeah. It's going. It's going.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
La da 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 da. Open the bell, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, "Go, there's a Christmas here." But you, too young and old, bring up the bowl, ding dong ding dong. Is the song? Songs of good Christmas are here.
Tether levels are low.
Okay.
Process. Transferring credits.
Got the rings handled.
Material deposited. Account credit applied. Valuable object accepted for processing.
Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Flip this over, and we're going to cut from the other side.
Deposit accepted for processing. Raw material deposited. Transferring credit.
Yoink! Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Riding in a one-horse sleigh. Jingle up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and a mingle and a jingling feet.
Applying
That's
credit
the
to
Jingle Bell Rock.
Caution. Tether supply depleted.
No more tethers. Let's go get some more tethers.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000. Thank you for your
Tethers restored.
Rotate that whole thing. And suck it in. All right. Oh, how come I didn't pick you up, Mr. Heatsink? There we go.
raw material processed. Credits deposited. Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Okay.
Salvage goal reached. Rewards assigned. Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Actually, you know what? Let's not take that off, because that's processor too.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
You know what we could do? We can cut these bits out. Thank God it's Christmas, yeah. Thank God it's Christmas.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Oh, where'd it go?
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Thank God it's Christmas.
Salvage deposit.
On
Credits awarded.
the night.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Ooh.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage deposit registered. Account.
Can we grab that one? Check this airlock. Nothing on that side. Lead side as well. Good. I think we've gotten all of the bar lights. I think it's time to pop this generator.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Okay. Let her up.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Off she goes.
Processing object. Applying credits to account. Raw material deposited.
This should be cut free now. Bump it off. Bump, 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 bump.
Raw material deposited. Transferring credits.
Okay. Let's finish stripping this thing apart. Christmas Eve. Last little bit of a atmosphere in that. That's okay.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
I wanna get lost. Where wind must. Oink.
Salvage.
Wanna get lost with you in a crisp. Oh. That was the fuse that shocked me. Scanner got a little damage, that's fine. I wanna get lost with you in a Christmas village. You in a Christmas village. All right. Let's get this radiation filter out.
Credits awarded.
Should be fairly simple. In you go.
Salvage secure.
Oh, why?
Applying credits.
'Cause that's Christmas to me. Outside like angels in the snow. Oh, mom and dad share a kiss under the mistletoe. There are sure simple things we may be. Oh, why? 'Cause that's Christmas to me. This Christmas song in my heart. I got the candles glowing in the dark. Hanging all the stockings by the Christmas tree. Oh, why? 'Cause that's Christmas to me. Oh, why? 'Cause that's Christmas to me.
Salvage registered.
Walking on the roof. It's coming soon. The only gifts I'll ever need. Joy of family. Oh, why? Christmas to me. It's Christmas song in my heart. Candle glowing in the dark. Oh, why? That's Christmas to me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, and I've got to cut this whole thing out, actually. I forgot about that.
Valuable object processed.
It's to me. Dark thing. To me. I don't remember how to get these things out.
Material accepted.
Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, caroling on we go. Christmas bells are ringing. Carol through the snow. Christmas bells are ringing. Ding dong, ding dong. Christmas bells are ringing. Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, caroling up and down. Christmas bells are ringing. Ding dong. There we go. That's what I wanted. Off you go.
Warning. Fuel levels are low. Fuel supplies are available for purchase at the Master Jack.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
I think we're clear, actually. Pretty darn close.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
Here we go. Don't ever delete those just right emojis. Don't you think LOL? And if you text me something naughty, I promise I won't tell.
Material deposited. Account credit applied.
Accidentally got that processor, but that's okay. Unfortunately, I gotta stop it right there. That's the rest of that ship. Fantastic. Let's see what our next one is. But yes, I need to get more demo charges. So we'll work on that.
Good morning, Cutter 9346.
Gather up, fellas. Gather up. I got something to share with you all. A real treat. Hold up. Where's Lou at? We'll come to that. Now, I'm gonna read a message I acquired last night.
Uh-oh.
To Group Undisclosed. As has been occurring in salvage yards across the colonies, our team has been struggling with an administrator who is oppressive, petty, and cruel. This official puts our safety at risk and assaults the mental health and well-being of our team. These clear tactics of oppression are being used to undermine the strength and will of our crew. Huh. We need to show Lynx and the world that we are not without power, and we will no longer tolerate being treated as less than human. Industrial action would show Lynx that we control the means of their profit. Action is hope, solidarity is strength. Your colleague in solidarity, Lou. Carnegie Station. Where's Lou? Heading back where she belongs.
You gone way out of line here, Hal. This is my crew, and I say who stays and who goes.
Save it, Joseph. I've shared all this with headquarters. And now, I've got one last thing. A message from Rye Paulson herself. I strongly encourage you all to pay attention.
To all employees of Lynx Salvage Division, this is an important update on our effort to safeguard you from predatory union organizers. We have received disturbing information of a plan to commit a terrible act of violence by this group. In these drastic times, it is our duty to take drastic measures. For this, we turn to Clause 19C of your work agreement. Clause 19C stipulates that anything produced by Lynx equipment is the sole property of Lynx Corporation.
Oh,
Most important,
that means us.
this clause applies to the genetic assets produced by our Everwork technology, otherwise known as spares.
Oh, gosh.
Beginning today, Lynx Corporation will immediately assume control of all individual rights and liberties of its employees. This will allow us to greatly restrict the spread of union activity and protect our precious workforce. You entrusted yourself to us, and we will keep you safe from harm. Thank you.
Oh, gosh.
This is ludicrous. First, you push the hazard levels on us. Then you stop us from training. You take Dee Dee's comms away, you bully Kaido, Lou disappears, and now this. This is beyond.
It's all right there in your contract, Joseph. Now, as your corporate representative, Curzon, your financial account with New Manila Credit is being turned over to Lynx. Recurring transfers there will be stopped immediately. 52, that vehicle parked outside your hab is now Lynx property. I've sent a tug to retrieve it.
No. You can't do that. That was my personal property. I gave that to...
Muted. And don't think I haven't seen you scrounging parts on the job, 52. That's theft, kiddo. And it stops now.
Please. My family. Please.
Look, this is all temporary. Just till this union stuff gets sorted.
Uh-huh.
Disagree and commit, people. Now, since we're down a person, you're all gonna have to pick up the slack. Chop chop, folks. These ships aren't breaking themselves. I'll see you all in the yard. Road's out.
Well, I imagined it was going to go like that. Carnation. Well, things have just gotten worse. We want with this one too, so if I throw it, it won't bounce off. It'll just go. Okay. Okay, that one's done. We have a new one that we can do. So I have wires that I need to get. Do we have another ghost ship? Nope. This is a salvage runner industry, Hanzo Freight. It's got wires and all that lovely stuff. Let's go ahead and crank on this one. Okay.
Doesn't it feel so much calmer and focused out there? In fact, I'm gonna leave Weaver on mute a while. Let him cool down.
You're a real waste of skin, Hal.
Careful now, Curazon. I can put you on leave, too. Just like your pal Lou. You know the real beauty of that? When you're on leave, you're still Lynx property. Can't do much of anything without our say-so.
Shouldn't we be working instead of chatting?
Oh, I am working, Curazon. This is my job. You, on the other hand, you better get to it. You too, Kaido.
Yes, sir.
And you, 52. Let's get those ships stripped, people.
Alrighty. So we're back on a Gecko, and it's fully pressurized. So time to get in there and see what we can get.
Airlock depressurizing. Airlock pressurizing.
This is a forklift, huh? Well, I'm not going to yank parts out of these. Okay, what have we got? We have loading parts. Okay, it looks like that room. So these are all crew quarters by the look of it. Uh-huh. These all have atmosphere regulators. Good. What about this one? This one has an atmosphere regulator as well. Good, good, good. Like these posters. Now, where's... Ah, and this heads to our EMU. Got atmosphere. Good, good, good. Okay. Can't do this area, but that's fine. We've got more rooms here. Another radiation filter. Okay, air filter panel. A lot of big panels here. Another ECU, but not connected, oddly enough. Actually, there are multiple ECUs here that aren't connected. Huh. Another air filter area. Okay. Communication array. There's a reactor. No obvious way to get into the crawl space by the look of it. I would guess that there is potentially a airlock that leads us up into that area. There's a crawl space panel somewhere, I'm sure. Let me get out into there. So we're gonna quickly look for that first. See if we can find it. If not, the worst comes to worst, we could always try and take a radiation filter out. I'd rather not, though. That would be kind of lousy. Okay, so we do have sections here. As such. I think that's the biggest problem, is that a lot of these rooms are going to have that, but then they have a disconnection issue. Because I would then have to get out of that room. So what we really need to try and do is try and get to the crawl space if we can. Let's go ahead and close doors for the time being. Okay. There's no hatch or anything here. Ah, first aid kit. Well, so far I'm not seeing any kind of a hatch that leads us to the... Oh, hang on a second. Did I lie? Nope. This is immediately... Yeah, that just is exposed to... Just exposed to space, so that doesn't work. Ah, here we are. We can go out here though. Okay, so now connected to the rest of the ship. Ain't anything super obvious, but we're gonna have to figure something out because can't keep this pressurized forever, unfortunately. Okay, let's do a couple things first. Let's go ahead and let's disconnect these thrusters. Man, the air in here is so musty. Okay. Do we have a relatively empty room that doesn't have a whole lot of stuff in it? Because if we did that, then we could break a glass or something, and we'd be able to deal with the stuff that way. multiple radiation filters. That is a fuse. Pop that loose. Thank you. That. And then it'll be 2 on the other side, I think. Uh-huh, there they are. Okay. Oh, I did that early. Ouch. Ow. I'm gonna need that health pack. Ouch. Okay, got that one. Breaker's done. Power's done. Power's stable. All right. Okay. Where'd that health pack go? I need that.
Health levels stabilizing.
Okay. Whew. Good. Okay. And another health pack in case I need it. Good. Love a repair system, but I don't think we're going to get that lucky. All right. Now, first things first, we have a bunch of atmosphere we've got to vent somehow. So, we have no way to vent out here, therefore we're going to have to do some sort of controlled decompression outside. Yikes. That is going to be rough. Let's see what we can figure out, though. Because I would like to not have this thing fly like a bunking bronco, did like the oil tanker. But we might have some options. Oh, I see what those are. Those are the... Okay. Those actually would be the big panels there. Get those done. That is a lot of atmosphere that I'm going to have to fight through, unfortunately. What I think I should do is that I need to break something out of the way, a small piece of the hull that I can use to escape out of, go into each of the rooms and break through those to decompress them each, and then get out that way. So if I do that, then I can go into each room, decompress them, and then we vent the main compartment area last. Okay, so looking over the structure itself, I don't see the best place for me to do it. If I had to do it, I probably would do it through a thrust nozzle exit, but that's actually a really big spot, and that's the last thing we want to do. The next best place would be a very small section of the hull that we could detach, like this piece right here. It's fairly vital, but if we removed it, we'd have an option of getting ourselves out. Yikes. Okay, yeah. Let me go ahead and pause that for a second. Okay, so the thought was that I would go into each of the compartments, I would depressurize them, and then get out some way. I think the biggest problem I'm going to run into is that each time I do that, I'm going to have to leave, and the first time I do it, I'm going to have to decompartmentalize this one, which makes the rest of them completely null and void. Because every time I open up a door, it's going to decompress, which meaning that using the atmosphere regulators doesn't even matter. Because if I decompress the outside, there's nothing for me to recompress. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work. So I think essentially what I've done is I think what I need to do is I need to try and go inside each of the areas and try and pull the good stuff out and try and put it into one location. I need to take it into a place where it will be able to be compressed. Probably, well, I would say probably into this, into the airlock, but there's just not enough room, honestly. For what we need, I don't think there's enough room for us to do that. Because we got ECU units in some of the areas, so those are just going to get dinged to bedlam. Yeah, let's go ahead and just close doors. Close these doors up. Because things are just going to get damaged, unfortunately. There's nothing I can do to really stop that. If we had an atmosphere regulator, then my plan could work. But I can't right now. I can't do it anymore. So... Now, there is an air filter here, which wouldn't make it too bad. But there's still a lot of stuff here that I'd rather not try and get smashed. And there's just a lot of fragile things in these rooms, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's the trick. They've put ECUs, which are 0.5 mil each, along with, 2 ECUs, and they've put them in the same room as a big nanocarbon structure that's going to go swinging around like crazy. And they're so big, I can't get them out of those rooms by themselves. Let's see, that pipe goes up and falls along and goes all the way to the ECU at the front. Okay. Just trying to figure out how I can do this and minimize damage. Legitimately.
Airlock depressurizing.
Okay, so I think what the smartest thing to do would be to actually... Let's move some of the items into smaller rooms so they can't run around quite so much. The hydroponic containers and stuff.
Pressurizing.
These big rooms, they're not particularly great for them, honestly. If we can take them and actually take them to the front, to the crew quarters and stuff, that might be better. Because then they could actually be locked up in a room with very little in the way of things that could smash into them and potentially damage them. So let's do that here. Push you all in. The ECUs, I'm not sure what we're going to do about those. They're so big, I think we have to move the structure thing out. And then before we yank the compression, we need to strap them down with tethers so they don't go flying into each other. So that'll put me on a little bit of a timer, but that's not nearly as bad as you'd think. Okay. We actually need to move you, Mr. Forklift. You're actually somewhat of a problem. Here. What we'll do instead, let's go ahead and swap this over, and we'll move you out.
Airlock depressurizing.
We'll get you out through this hatch. How about that? Just up and out of the way. Get these ladders. Up they go.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay, now. Go ahead and take this. We're going to twist this around. Play nice with me, you stinker. Now, see if we can get you up through this hatch. Because you're worth a pretty penny yourself. Get you up and out. There we go. Bump. Okay. That's been handled.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Okay. Now, which side was the hydroponics? It's on this side. That's right. Now, I don't care about the panels. The panels can just do whatever, because they don't get damaged. Looks like all the hydroponics are moved. Good. So this room is, for the most part, good as is. The ECUs, let's move the, ECUs a little bit. Okay. We'll move these pieces into here. And they can be in this room. The chance of them getting jostled from one room to the other, having to go through two pinholes and stuff, is particularly not great. Let's see here. Okay. The chance of them getting back into this room and damaging up our ECUs is small. Very small. Now, yank our ECU over. Let's grab our medical kit. And we're going to go ahead and put that inside the airlock. Okay. I think what we'll do is we'll take these and we'll put them kind of near the wall and we'll strap them in. Oh, there's a communication array. Gotta be careful with that. Gotta be careful with that. That's expensive as the hydroponics. So let's go ahead and put that back where that needs to go. Back in here. I think we had another room in here that we could touch. We can go in here. That'll work. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and close this door. Doors are closed. I don't think there's anything particularly nasty or scary that we need to worry about. I am worried about the atmosphere regulators, though. Because those love to get yanked off in decompressions, and then we have problems. So, go ahead and we'll disconnect each of those and take them outside. In you come. Stay in here. There's one in this room. Every time I open one of these doors, it's just going to fling everything around. let's just mitigate a little bit of the component damage while we do it. All right. Okay. Let's go into this room. This one has the ECU. Let's not have this one banging up and down. Come with me, good sir. The lights don't matter nearly as much. They're not nearly as expensive. They're only $3,500 a piece, as opposed to the, 15,000 that I have for these. So. Okay. We've got one in the... I think the final one we'll do is we will go out through the... Well, we could go out through the cockpit. A little risque, but not necessarily as bad as all that. A lot of stuff is fully connected in. Yeah. Go ahead and just take this one. We'll come in through a door for this one. Okay, now that I have a battle plan, let's get back to the music. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Yeah, so we're just going to close these doors ahead of time. Okay, all the front compartments are closed up. As far as I'm aware, we have all the fragile stuff kind of compartmentalized. So when we vent the atmosphere, it's not going to be too bad. Okay. Oh, gotta grab that one. Okay. Okay, we're gonna put ourselves on a timer. I don't want you going anywhere. Okay, Chief? I'm nailing you to the floor, basically. Oh, you what? Close the door. All the regulars are in here with me. We're going to go into the back, and we are going to cut a thruster free. And this whole thing's going to go... And this whole thing's going to buck. All right, folks, here we go. Batten down the hatches, hold your breath, and tighten your butt. It's going to get bad. Here we go. Woo! Okay, not nearly as bad as it could have been. It looks like it shifted the ship a little bit, as well as just turn it on its angle by a few degrees, but otherwise, pretty tame. Now, that is just the compartmentalize. We don't have the compartments fully done. We still have a bunch of junk on the inside, so it was nice and clean, but it wasn't amazing. But we now have the main compartment done.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Okay. Essentially now. Yeah, you guys survived. Lovely. That's what I cared about. Making sure that you guys survived. So. Let's go ahead and kill all those, because you guys aren't going to have to worry about that. So close this up.
Airlock pressurizing.
Okay, get back in there. Oh, this front is still pressurized. Oh.
Airlock depressurizing.
Well, that's not good. But not necessarily bad.
Airlock.
Had I paid more attention, I would have noticed that airlock opened up one or the other doors. So the back compartment actually could get vented by itself. We still have the front that we have to worry about now. However, that's not necessarily the worst thing that we could have done.
Airlock depressurizing.
We still have ways to vent those rooms, though. We can vent by cutting a door or something, so that won't be bad. Anyway, let's see if we can get to work on... We need to get this reactor disconnected. Which means we really should disconnect some more from the ship. Let's get the rest of the thrusters out of here. Whoop!
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded. Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Okay, let's cut this back half off. So we can start getting part of this out of here. We need to make room for this reactor. Hmm. Oh, that panel's already going. That panel said, nope, I'm out of here. Screw you all. I'm going home. I'm going home. Off she goes. All right. Now, we still have a bunch of stuff that's still attached. Let's see if we can change that.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
There we go. That's going. And yoink.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded. Salvage
There we go.
achieved. Rewards allocated.
Next day, we give it away. Now, what is this still connected to? 'Cause it shouldn't be connected to anything at the moment.
Object. Applying credits to account.
No, it's actually loose. These pieces are actually loose. Okay, so nearly as much as I thought it would be. Yeah, we do have these great big utility arms. Let's go ahead and pop them free. Get them out of the way. Oh, they're awfully light. Lovely. Love seeing that.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Let's get rid of these arms.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded. Salvage accepted.
Okay.
Applied.
Fabulous. Now. That's still attached. And I need to get the... Take you and aim you at the processor. There we go. We're going to try and cut free this section here.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
Cut here.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Good. We've now freed our way to the... Oh, this is yucky. Oh, this is very yucky. They have hammered in pipes on both top and bottom, so it's not easy to get around. We break this here. This piece is still hooked in somehow. Right there. Okay. Yoink. All right. Now.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
What are you still connected to? Something you're connected to doesn't want to let you go. Okay, so it's still one big piece right there. Okay. Thruster damage, that's fine. Okay. Now start yanking panels to expose the core. Here we go. We're just going to go ahead and move them to the side. That's all we need to do, really. There's our grapple damage. I wondered when it was going to drop down to the next bit. Okay. There. Pull towards me. Stick it over here somewhere. That works. Okay. Now. Now, I don't know how I'm going to get this thing out of here. Oh, no, we could do that. So if I turn it sideways, it'll turn up. And we have just float off into space. There we go. Off you go. Now, we still have quite a bit of work to make sure that we can get this reactor out where we need to. But it shouldn't be too bad. Now, the fuel pipe, I've disconnected the fuel pipe, so this pipe actually should be good to yank. So that's what I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I don't think I can yank this. But this pipe right here, I think we can yank this one. Because what I'm thinking, yank it this way and send it down. So this is actually in the way. Go ahead and grab this, and we're going to yank it backwards. It's moving so slowly. Let's get back there. Okay. Okay, now this, I don't know if this works. I'm hoping that it does, because this is going to suck otherwise. Okay. And the fuel line can be disconnected and moved away from the reactor. Wonderful. Actually.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Tether supplies dropping.
Lazy. Care about ourselves. Too desperate.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
Christmas, bring back cheer. Okay. And see, bring back Christmas.
Airlock pressurized.
An old-fashioned tree. Simple. Go to chair. Who has nostalgic? Crispy. What? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, yank!
Reactor meltdown sequence triggered. Urgent action required.
Airlock depressurizing.
Ah!
Please limit convulsions to avoid damage to sensitive Lynx equipment.
Yikes. Get it. Oh, there we go.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
We're bringing back Christmas. Christmas. I love that song. There we go.
Caution. Tethers depleted.
No more tethers. That's okay.
Warning. Fuel levels are low.
Let's go ahead and just stock up then.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000. Thank you for your purchase. Thank you for your purchase.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Have a nice day.
Okay.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Okay. Biggest, nastiest bits of this got finished.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Let's work on getting more of the panels off. Once we do that, we can get these air filters out of the way, and we can get, you can yank those other ECUs out. Okay, let's get back inside and let's cut those air filters out. Whoop! Well, not scrap. Watch out. Out you come. Oh. Right into the wall. Down you go.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Okay. Those are up and out of the way.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Okay, let's move these ECUs out. We can get them out of this area. Right about there. Go ahead and yeet this thing out.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Environmentally conscious? Absolutely. And then yoink. So we. All right, that's wonderful.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Valuable object accepted for processing.
Okay. Okay, we need to get more of the outer paneling off.
Deposit accepted for processing. Valuable object processed. Credits awarded. Salvage goal obtained. Additional rewards assigned. Object processed. Transferring credits.
Now, let's see. Now, how are we going to get this puppy free? That's my next question. This is carbon fiber. This is a nanocarbon that has to get cut free, apparently. Okay. That's handled.
Secured. Applying credit.
straight down. Whoop! There it goes.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Oops. Oh, you know what? That's okay, though. That's okay.
Salvage.
That's where the hydroponics and stuff were. That's right. I just pull you straight down.
Applying credits to account.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Okay. That's decent still. To be fair, actually not a bad way to get things out.
Object accepted for processing. Credits.
Because it gets the radiation filter out of the way, it vents the atmosphere, but nothing flies out of the room. So, I'll take it. I'll take that as a victory.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited. Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
Okay, that whole keel just flying off. Whoop! Okay. Woo!
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Here, let's do this. All right.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Valuable object processed. Credits deposited. Salvage goal met. Rewards will be paid. Salvage registered.
But your love is too late, too late. I need to know that I'm dying today. You're looking towards me now. But right aside,
Processor deposit.
close my eyes. It's just you and I.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Right? All right.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Oh, that's right. I've got to do a little forward motion with this first because it's kind of sitting on the. It's kind of it's sitting on the cockpit a bit like a shoe. So I think what I have to, if I remember correctly, you have to vaporize the glass. And that's the piece holding it all together.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Now this old chunk. And cut out the glass. Well, in this tiny one, for the tiny bits, she can't, for the tiny little slot there, it's really hard to. You typically do that for the other one stuff. By the way, Nahil, please come on in. I do appreciate you being here. First time chatter. Love it. No, for the geckos, it's a little harder to do that because they have such a letterbox glass frame. If you do the cockpits for any of the other ships, the glass comes out fairly easily. It's never that bad. So. I think it's still connected to stuff, so let's see here. Yes. Now I'm trying to remember how you get the stinking ledge off of here, because this should be able to pop right off. At some point, this pops free, and you're able to just use it. We'll deal with that in a second. I can't imagine playing this game with with the shift stuff set up as well as oxygen. I just can't. At some point, I will play that. Probably not on stream, but I don't know. Maybe I could do a replay on stream. I wouldn't be against that necessarily. Okay, this whole section, this whole thing right here is still attached somehow. Wow, you were still attached, you stinker. Drives me a little nuts. that was the wrong section. Shoot. I did that for processing rather than barge. Whoops.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit. Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Okay, let's get the rest of these things off. I think we still have keel attachments here. I do.
Valuable object processed. Credit deposited.
That's attached. That's not attached. Off you go, boys.
Caution. Out of tethers.
Oh, out of tethers. Wonderful timing. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Ouch!
Welcome to Vendatron 9000. Have a nice
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Okay, I think we have the keel attached here. Yes. Go and knock where you will fall. Turn the right, snow red as strawberry. Summertime. Okay. Getting more of this stuff off.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Get down there. Me. There we go.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
There we go. This one's still connected in some way. Oh, there it is. Oh, did that move? I can't tell if that's moving.
Credits awarded.
It's moving. Okay, good.
Salvage goal achieved. Rewards allocated.
Off you go. Now, we can't do anything with this. Well, I guess we can. I still have pressurization in here. I have to deal with it in a second. I think this is free. More or less. There we go.
Object processed.
Now, I haven't dealt with the bay doors like this, so I don't know what that's going to fully entail to get that free. It might be a matter of cutting it free. It looks like it's attached to the frame.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Oh, the Easter eggs. Oh, no, I actually haven't. What kind of Easter eggs have I gotten? Let's see. I've been getting the data pad stuff. But I haven't gotten. I didn't even think to look behind the tab. Let's do that in a moment here. Oh! Ah. I have been getting the data drives, yeah. Let's go ahead and pause the music for a second here. Okay. So I have been getting the data drives as I've gone through the ships, because I go through and clear out all the collectibles before I do anything with the ship. I didn't know about that one. So, that's certainly intriguing. Let's see. We don't want to do the power generator yet. Oh, crap. How am I going to deal with these big panel things?
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Oh, I see. Here in the corners, it looks like. Ah, there it goes. Punk. Would have been really nice had that been a door I could, like, open up or something. I could have ferried everything out, but like it was not the case. Okay, so now that I know that that's the case, I guess what I can do is I can start by here and just cut on the outsides.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Zappy, zappy. So it's attached to the corners. Good to know. Out she comes. See, that's panel for furnace.
Material deposited.
It's nanocarbon.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded. Raw material accepted.
Ten violins, 9 angel hearts, 8 low strings, 7 trumpets trump, 6 woodwinds, 5 golden horns, 4 fifers fifing, 3 drummers, 2 guitars, shiny 9-foot grand piano. Okay, let's cut these free now. There we go.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Oh, I don't think this one's been freed. Shoot. Whoop! Not what I wanted. Oh well. Now, why are you not opening up? Heat sakes. There we go.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
That would probably be the big reason why. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's very different. Well, and the question is that theoretically doesn't actually happen, getting sucked through like a 1-inch crack or something like that, because if I remember correctly, the International Space Station, even right now, leaks a very, very tiny amount of air. Now, I'm not sure why that... I'm pretty sure the case is because there's certain tolerances that are not quite met. It's not enough to be a problem, but it's enough to be go like, oh, that's a thing, you know. Now, under certain circumstances, yeah, you could potentially get sucked through a tiny hole like that. But the chances of that actually happening, kind of small under the current safety, under all the safety regulations and stuff. So. Want this to be cut free. There we go. Now it's free. Okay, and then I had that one over there. Is there anything on top of it? Oh, yeah, we had the... We had this room. It has a bunch of nice stuff in it. So let's gotta be very careful. Hatches are the same size. What's such a... I'm just trying to get these things out. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Come on. Hoot. Okay. We have all this good stuff in here that I saved. Make sure we take care of it. Down you go, boys. When you unlock explosives. Yeah, I've gotten blown up and everything. I think it was the stream last week. I did one of the big industrial tanker things, and I couldn't safely decompress the crawl space, so I thought I was being clever. I went ahead and got a couple demo charges, and I had moved everything out of there that I needed to, close all the doors, and then I set a couple demo charges at the very front of it, kind of that big, kind of where the ring is, and then I... Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is that the worst thing is that I've always grabbed like I've been able to grab like computer consoles and stuff, yank them towards me, but then I don't stop them fast enough, and they collide with me and they crack my helmet and all this kind of stuff. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so I put a couple of demo charges on the front of this tanker, kind of under the first the ion ring, and got behind the hab because I knew it was gonna buck, and then I detonated it to let all the crawl space out. The thing kicked. And nearly flung the entire thing vertical. The entire ship. And, yeah, it was kind of an eye-opening moment of like, yeah, I'm glad I wasn't next to that. No, but I have other cases where I've been, like, inside inside when I've done decompression and stuff like that, and it can just crush you. Let's not cut through that wall. So I'm going to hit stuff on the other side, which is actually in another space. No, this game makes it very clear to you, if you're not careful, if you don't plan things a certain way, you're going to get wrecked. And it blows you up? Oh, yeah, I can understand that. So I've come up with a basic system of what I do. When I first get in, I check on pressurization. I then go and try and get into the crawl space. I will then go back and disconnect the thrusters, so they are not connected to the reactor at all. I then start working on pressurization stuff. I think I'll also throw the fuses for the generator. So that's off. But I don't pull the generator itself. I just do the fuses. I then figure out how to depressurize crawl spaces and everything else. Once I get everything depressurized, more or less, I then will start taking apart the back and start peeling away to the reactor. And then I will get to the point where I can kind of like clean a path to back or front. Okay, so we should be good down. And then when I kind of have it, let's see. When I get around to getting to the reactor itself, I will very carefully pull all the side panels off to expose it. I will then, if I have room, I will pull a cap off. I think it's usually the topmost cap. I'll pull off. And then I'll go to the EMU, and pull the cryo and make sure there's a fast way to get the reactor kind of away from the structure, then yank it down. That usually works out pretty well. Once I do that, I don't touch the EMU necessarily. I'll start stripping off all the outside then. When I get to the point, because you can see, actually, I still have the EMU connected here. But I make sure that the pipes get kind of disconnected and stuff. Strip all the outside off, and then start working my way through one way or the other, getting lights and stuff. I got that one straight. There we go. That works. I figured out that dealing with pressurization at the beginning before you yank things out is the best way to handle it, because you have all this mass that is getting moved around by the atmosphere. the more mass you have, the harder it is for it to move. So. There we go. Got these stinking things free. Always figuring out where you can and can remove pressurization first is probably the biggest trick. Because if you're not careful with it, you can have issues of things getting broken apart, all the fragile stuff. See, I removed all the atmosphere regulators beforehand. Okay, so we still got lights stuff, so let's go ahead and turn off our flashlight and start looking for that stuff.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Of course, I'm playing it a little differently. I've got oxygen drain off and no timer. I'm doing the open shift. So I've taken a lot more time to be methodical about it. If you have... The timer wouldn't necessarily be a problem if, as long as I was kind of able to, like, think in sections of, like, what I do. The oxygen would play with me a bit. Because I would have to keep something that could be pressurized for basically the entire build, which would be one of the airlocks, I would assume. But I couldn't mess with the power or anything until, like, the very end. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to mess with the airlock, so... Okay, let's see here. Now that is a thruster fuel. Oh, it's still good. It might still be good. Oh no, it's trash. Never mind. Anyway.
Material accepted. Credits assigned.
Yeah, that's a thing. Well, here's the thing. When you get up to higher sections, there's barely anything that you can, like, snag off the ships. Early, they throw all kinds of oxygen stuff at you. If you deal with passenger geckos, they do have oxygen there because it's passenger. But if you deal with, like, a lot of the cargo stuff, I rarely find oxygen canisters. So...
Material accepted. Credits.
Okay, I actually got a little bit of light here. Now, that might be different because I don't have all the settings turned on, therefore it's saying, oh, let's just not bother throwing that stuff into the story now because he doesn't need it. Which is just as plausible. Oh, did this slide forward? Ha 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 ha. Now I can throw you into the processor. I like this game, though. I wish for two things. One, they came out with a VR mode. A VR version of this game would be actually really cool. Secondly, I wish that there was a version where you could play multiplayer with friends, so you're all working to strip a ship or something. That would be fun. Or you could be in, like... Or you could do, like, a race thing where you're trying to strip it apart and you're racing for time or something like that. Okay, I've got a big chunk of pipe here that's still going to be a booger. Let's go ahead and, yeah, we're not bothering with the... The ECU is still in a pressurized area, so we're going to have to get into that. Oh, you're talking about, jump space. Unless you actually are thinking about a different game. Because I know that, it was jump ship until they had to change it to jump space for a copyright reason, I believe. Yeah, well, that one's a little different because it's you as a crew going out and doing missions with a spaceship, and you have like specific roles and stuff like that. Not like this, where you're actually like taking apart a ship,
Processor deposit
because it is a little different.
credits awarded. Salvage goal obtained. Additional.
Because I actually just got that one. I actually just bought it today and downloaded it. Because I played the... What was it? Was it an alpha test, I think? I think it was. I thought it was super cool, and I loved the thought of it.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Oh, I didn't get an airlock console off that thing. Darn it. I always forget.
Salvage deposit confirmed.
What we can actually do... One thing I didn't do for the longest time in this game is cutting furnace panels apart. So if you have a lot of stuff in a room, like I have all these regulators in here, you can then strip this down, and you now have a big open portal to send everything down through. Now, I know you just went somewhere. Where'd you go, you stinking thing? There you are.
Material processed.
Come here.
Credits deposited.
So now you can just get in here and just plop them down.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
It zapped myself a little bit with the reactor, so healed myself up. Yeah, this one was interesting because it had compartments in front and cargo spots in back, but they had a bunch of stuff in the cargo spaces along with a bunch of, like, paneling and stuff. So if you depressurized, all the paneling would fly around and damage stuff. There was 2 EMUs in this room, along with some junk, so I had to move things around. Very interesting gecko setup. Okay, now.
Salvage secured.
Oh, light.
Credits deposited.
We've got junk in the... Oh yeah, see, this is all the junk that I threw into one of these rooms because I wanted to make sure that it didn't get fully damaged. Might have happened anyway. Yeah, I've had that happen too. It can be very risky. The worst I will ever the worst I will ever kind of like tether link spiral do the tether link octopuses is probably the paneling for the reactor. I will smack all those things together with one thing, and then one goes flying off and the others just trail behind, like, you know, like the soda cans behind a newlywed's car, you know. You know. It's probably the worst it gets for me. Otherwise, I try not to do chain links too much because I'm also being methodical. I'm not trying for speed, which is kind of what you have to do when you're playing the game more standardly. Is you have shifts. Every time you do a shift, you have roughly 500,000 of credits getting added onto your debt. So you can not gain anything in terms of debt reclamation. So.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Okay, now. Yes, we did have this room. We got a crew bed. Oh, come all ye faithful, oh, come all ye. Oh, come all ye faithful, oh, come all ye. Oh, come all ye faithful, oh, come all ye. Oh, come all ye faithful, oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Ow. that.
Credits transferred.
Heat sakes. Personal terminal.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
A couple things that I would have changed. I would have made it so then you could have a different button for reclaiming stuff, because if you bring stuff that you can strip for parts too close, you can't do a pressure push against them. You try to recycle them, which is not what I want to do.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Another thing is that the tethers activate instantly when they connect. I kind of wish that you could push a second button to activate them, kind of like you do the tethers you have in Just Cause 3. So you can feather them, so you can have them just activate a little at a time, or
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
make it so that you could set up these things and then they have them all tug at once. Because it's hard to have to react quickly and make them get to move the way that you want sometimes.
Salvage
Okay,
applying
got doors here. Otherwise, I love this game. This game, it's got the same kind of vibe as, like something like Power Wash Simulator or something. Something that you can just kind of vibe to, and if you really want to, you can kind of time yourself on things. And the fact that there's certain logic to like how you have to handle the order of things and stuff, it's really nice.
credits transferred.
Okay, now, what have we got? Panel. Whoop.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits. Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
I still have the cock. Yeah, I still have the cock that I have to do, but all these lights. Whoop.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
In excelsis Deo. Oh, is that a...
Salvage secured.
No,
Account
it's
credit
not.
applied.
Okay, we still have to do these part setups. We'll probably cut the floor out for these. Make it easier to get them off and out of the ship.
Salvage deposit secured.
Scrapple's actually pretty tired. I need to repair it after this. It actually has become 9:30. That is our stopping time.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Here, let me go ahead, and I still need to get that ECU
Salvage deposit confirmed.
out of that room. So let's go ahead and vent that room now. Whoa! Just the panel. Okay. Nearly as bad as I thought it would have been. All right. Now, we have lights in here. All right. So, here's how we'll deal with this. Get rid of that pipe. Gonna cut the panel out. Oh, what am I stuck on? I'm stuck on a light. There we go. All right, all things popping out. Okay, off you go. And down you go. Yoink.
Raw material accepted.
Now, what I typically will do for this is that if you look at the pipe, there's a section that is a singular connecting piece. It usually happens on one side. Oh, I remember what I usually do with this. I usually cut the panel free. So I just trim around this. Up. So cut there. And cut. Cut there. Pipe is free. The whole thing's got to get processed. That's big enough. That's probably going to be an issue. Off you go. Oh, that looks like they'll actually get in there. Good. I had the side of one of the quasar thrusters from the scout ship. It got jammed sideways across the processing bay. I lost like 1 million credits from that alone getting jammed. Because the gravity field was strong enough that I couldn't pull it back out. Oh, it sucked so bad. So I was doing really good on that build. I was doing really good on that one as well, but... Okay, I think the last thing we'll do is we'll go through and we'll grab all of the tube lights. So they're accounted for.
Credits deposited.
And then we will probably end for tonight. And then tomorrow we will... and then Thursday we will finish this ship up and see where the story takes from here.
Secured. Account credit applied.
Right through there, boys. There we go. There we go.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Okay, we're close, but we're not quite done. We will do this next time. Let me go ahead and buy this fuels because we're really darn close.
Welcome to Vindatron 9000. Have a nice day.
Okay, back in we go. Oh. Just over 29 mil. I lost some fuel pipes and some stuff, but hey!
Certification level awarded. License upgraded.
Rank 19 out of 30. Sweet! Oh! Yeah, it's time to be done. Today was a little stressful, and honestly, kind of didn't want to be done with... I didn't kind of do stream, but yeah.
You have one incoming transmission waiting.
We're going to wait on that transmission, actually. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate you being in here. For those of you who are new, please, welcome to the channel. I'm Jedi Freelance, and I play all kinds of games. I'm currently handling 2 at the moment. When January comes around, I don't know what I'll be playing necessarily, but I do have some plans. So, Nahil Damon, please and thank you so much for joining me here. I really do appreciate it. I play this Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you want to see me again playing this, come back on Thursday. If you are curious of what else I'm playing Final Fantasy XI. So this was the previous online RPG to 14, which you've probably heard of more likely. That one, so I'm playing 11 on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So tomorrow night, it's going to be Final Fantasy XI. We'll be back in Seekers of Battleland expansion and working more on getting our survival skills up, as well as doing some coalition assignments and stuff like that. So yeah, kind of just working our way through that and working through the zones and stuff. So that's what we will be doing with that. We will be back on this on Thursday. We'll finish up that Gecko for the last little bit that I have. That's probably going to take another 25 minutes, if I had to guess. And then we'll jump into a new ship. We found out that Lou got put on leave. We're kind of being put on hold on everything. yeah, Lynx is really clamping down on everything that we're doing. So I'm curious where the ship goes, where it goes to from here, because from what I remember, the workstation, the key's here, yeah, to Beulah, but yeah, Weaver's getting kind of shoved off. It's been kind of shoved out of the way and all that jazz. So, yeah, it's not great. Anyway, once again, I'd like to thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate it. If you aren't able to catch my streams, you can always go to the YouTube channel. I need to put a thing in my bot to kind of mention that like every hour or something like that. But it's just freelance on YouTube. I put the raw VODs there. So I'm also working on kind of organizing the videos into playlists. So there will be an entire like raw VOD setup playlist, but I'm also doing them by game. So all of my Final Fantasy 11 ones, I'm kind of working them into a playlist. The Hardship Breaker's getting into a playlist, and some of the other games. I'm slowly working my way through those. But yeah, we are also 8 days away from Christmas. Holy cow. More or less. I think 8-9 days away from Christmas. Yeah, so we'll be working on that. I don't know what Christmas is going to be. I'm going to be off with family for Christmas Day, minimum. I probably will be there with Christmas Eve. Won't be spending the entire day, but I'll be spending time with the whole family, which will be great. So, anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow night when we're back in Final Fantasy XI, cranking our way through the new expansion. And we will be back on this on Thursday. So, I'd like to thank him, Damon. I hope I will see you again in chat. If it's not tomorrow, I hope it's Thursday. If not, whenever you can take the time. Okay, bud? So, we're going to go ahead and say goodnight. Stay safe. I hope you guys have a good work week. And I will see you all next time. So long.